Welcome back to Cryptowise. My name is Marvin.
And my name is Milton. And we are a couple of wise guys talking crypto.
That is right. Whoa. Welcome back to Cryptowise. My name is Marvin.
And my name is Milton. And
Sorry
we are
about
a couple
that,
of wise
guys.
guys.
Milton had his volume up there. That is right. Whoa. That has been resolved. Milton, are you with us?
I'm here, Marv. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. We're just
What was that all about?
full of technical issues. Just full of technical issues. But we've got a lot of it resolved. Welcome back to Cryptowise. Things have been absolutely crazy the past few days. The bears have been out. The bulls have been striking back. And we want to talk about what the hell is going on. We want to talk about some news in the market, some very important stuff that's going on. And we want to dig into some of these altcoins that we've been talking about and some new ones. And we want to hear from you. So get those picks ready. Get them ready because we got a lot to talk about today, Milty.
We sure do, Marv. I mean, how did you feel this weekend when you saw that big correction? Were you worried?
The honest truth is I was a bit worried at the level. Yeah, I was a little bit worried. I gotta
say, you've been getting more panicky than I have this bull run. You're worried that this bull run is going to end sooner than I think it is, aren't you?
Well, I am a little bit, and I'll tell you why, though, Milton. It's the most of the fear doesn't come from the idea that the bull's going to end. The fear is coming from the insane amount of crap coins, the insane amount of projects that are going parabolic out the gate that shouldn't be, in my opinion. And that, to me, brings up a ton of red flags in terms of bubble, and it scares me a lot. And so, when I see corrections, I think, okay, this is great, this is healthy, this is what we need. But at the same time, I get
seeing
a
the bounce
panicked.
back that we had seeing that how strong it bounced back this week definitely makes me think that was a pretty healthy dip that we had, a nice correction. But you did buy the dip, did you not?
Yeah, I absolutely bought the dip. And you know that. I buy almost every dip. You bought the dip too, did you not?
I sure did. And we're going to talk about a couple of the coins that we bought. I'm going to be talking about one in particular, and you're going to be letting us know what you bought this dip. And we got to keep reminding anyone watching the channel, anyone who's newer to crypto. I know it's really hard, but if you watch this channel, you have to have a strategy where you have some money on the sidelines, especially the last couple of months. So much profit. There's been so much profit in all these coins that we've been talking about that there's no excuse. If you've been watching the channel, you've made enough profit that you should have at least taken that initial capital out and have been ready to buy the dip this weekend. Because I know a lot of people say, Milty, I got nothing to buy the dip with. Sometimes I get that, but when you've had months of upswing, a lot of the tokens we've been talking about have been pumping huge. Definitely you had a chance to build up some stable coin to buy this weekend's dip. So I hope people did. And we want to know, what tokens did you buy this dip? That is one of the main questions of today's video. What tokens did you buy this dip? We're going to let you know which ones we bought, but we want to know from you, what did you buy?
Yeah, absolutely. We want to know what the hell you bought, because I want to know what the hell you bought, Milton. So I'm looking forward to that. I know we talk, but I always know you're up to some sneaky stuff over there. I just want to look at Ethereum right now because we're hitting all-time highs today, guys. We got $2,639 here, Milton, on Ether. All-time
this
high.
has been beautiful.
2664 is a new all-time high reported today, and so we're seeing a lot of heat going into Ethereum. And that actually brings us to a little bit of news in this week's news here, with Ethereum gas limit hits 15 million as ETH price soars. Yes.
Yeah,
Have you been wondering this?
I have been, yeah, because I noticed all of a sudden, I was like, well, making some trades here on Uniswap, and it seems a bit cheaper. What's going on here? As you know, I moved a lot of capital over to Binance Smart Chain. I do all my yield farming over on Binance Smart Chain now. I do a lot of swaps on Binance Smart Chain if I can, because the gas prices were insane on Ethereum. Now all of a sudden I'm on Ethereum. I'm like, these prices aren't so bad anymore. I mean, they're nowhere close to as cheap as Binance Smart Chain, but it's usable again. Ethereum is definitely usable. I made some trades today already.
Yeah.
I've been adding some liquidity onto Uniswap again for the first time in a long time, taking some out of some other pools that I've been in. So this is exciting news, and I was wondering what was going on. And I guess, according to this article, that the miners has raised the limit, the gas limit, to 15 million, and that's brought the prices down. So that's amazing.
Yeah, so miners have raised Ethereum gas limit to almost 15 million for the first time in a bid to relieve transaction congestion. That's absolutely right. I was wondering the same thing. So this makes a lot of sense. And yeah, I mean, look, it's a lot less than we were seeing, just a week ago or weeks ago. But Binance Smart Chain considerably less still than now. I think the last couple.
But to be honest, Marvin, I got to say, Marvin, that sorry to interrupt you there, but I got to say, Ethereum, from me, going back, talking about when is this bull run going to end? This is the big question, the $1 million question, $1 billion question. Really, no one really knows. But I look at Ethereum. That's where I always go to. You and I have this conversation all the time. What's going on with the bull? The bull run, in my opinion, was not ever going to end with Ethereum sitting below 2,500 or just above even.
No.
Like, until Ethereum gets to 5,000, I'm not even worrying about this. The bull run cannot end with Ethereum lower than 5,000.
So yeah, I mean, yeah.
So I think this is the beginning of the Ethereum now reclaiming its place in this ecosystem, because a lot of people that were talking, obviously you and I talk a lot about Binance Smart Chain. We love Polkadot. Can't wait for Polkadot to launch. But if Ethereum prices, we're seeing a glimpse now with the prices going down even just a little bit, we see the Ethereum price pumping already. So I think there's a huge correlation between the gas prices and Ethereum pumping. And I'm so excited for the next few months, because I think Ethereum is just going to be an amazing, amazing hold the next couple of months. I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, I'm with you 100% on that. As you know, I'm extremely bullish on Ethereum. It plays a massive part of my portfolio and has now for quite some time, primarily because of what you just said. Primarily because I think it's lagged behind, and I don't believe, like you, that the bull could possibly end without Ethereum going much, much further than it is today. And that's almost one of the measurements that I use, is where Ether's at in terms of where we are in this bull. And so I agree with you. I see Ether continuing to move. Now, where do you see Bitcoin in all this? Because Bitcoin, like I talked about in my video last week, there's been a detachment finally for the first time that I've seen in this bull run, where Bitcoin and Ether are no longer attached at the hip. Bitcoin's down, Ethereum's up. So, I mean, what's your take on Bitcoin in the short and long right now?
Well, I bought the dip this weekend, as you know, and it was the first Bitcoin I bought in a long time, because I was accumulating Bitcoin throughout the last bear cycle. I was buying even last year after the big dip in March. I bought a bunch. And so I just had been playing more in the altcoin forest for the last few months. And this weekend, when we dipped down to 48,000, I bought in again for the very first time. So I love to see this bounce back, though. I have no worries about Bitcoin, but if the Bitcoin dominance is, as people say, if it's going to get a bit lower here, and this is going to be the beginning of an alt cycle, then that's fine. But yeah, I think Bitcoin has a lot of room. In the short term, I see it kind of just building more support in this area. But at some point, we're going to see it go back to its all-time highs and higher. And when that happens, then I think some of these alts are going to correct. So right now, it seems like the consensus is that right now we're going to see some alt movement. Bitcoin's going to chill, and so I'm going to start accumulating more Bitcoin during this phase. If it just chills around the this area here, I'm going to accumulate some more, because I have no doubt that at some point in the next couple of weeks or months, Bitcoin's going to have, those days where I text you and I say the king is moving, Godzilla is moving, and Bitcoin moves fast when it goes up. So I'm going to be, if it stays in this range, 48.54, I'm going to be accumulating more.
That actually brings me to our next news coming out that some of you might have already heard. But Musk says that Tesla sold Bitcoin to prove liquidity as cash alternatives. So some of you might have already heard that Tesla has actually sold 10% of its Bitcoin holdings to demonstrate, while this is coming from Elon, it was in a move to demonstrate the token's liquidity to his investors, while adding that he's retained his personal investment in the cryptocurrency. And so what's your take on this?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were making fun of it, saying like it was an excuse or something that Elon was saying the whole liquidity thing. But you know what? I kind of believe it. If you convince your shareholders, your board of directors to invest in this, kind of scary asset for a corporation like them to be able to say, hey, look, it's already doubled in price. We can sell a bit right here. And it's something we can go in and out of. I definitely think it changes this narrative that corporations were just going to buy Bitcoin and sit on it forever. I think that's not true. I think corporations, as they start buying Bitcoin, they're also going to sell a little bits here and there. You know, if they see a lot of profit in it, they're going to decide to sell, just like retail investors. So I think it's healthy. I think this is actually really healthy for Bitcoin to say, hey, yeah, we bought in, we sold a little bit at a profit. We're still holding on to a bunch more, and maybe we'll see them make bigger purchases again on these dips.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I think that Tesla, because of this, Tesla's going to make another move shortly in the near future to buy back in. If he's saying that it's a liquidity test for him, he's going to also show the market that he's bigger in Bitcoin than people think, and not to be scared by this, that they're going to buy more. It wasn't a one-time purchase. That's my prediction on it. But I agree with you 100%.
And going back to the bull run, I don't see this bull run ending until we know of hundreds of corporations with Bitcoin on their balance sheet.
Whoa. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm with you on that. I think there's a lot of things that play into this bull ending or not ending. I think a lot of the difference in this bull is based on the fact that institutions have played a major role in acquiring cryptocurrency assets, primarily Bitcoin, now Ethereum. We talked about last week in my video last week that there's a number of Ethereum ETFs that have hit the public markets now as well. And so Ethereum's going mainstream retail in Wall Street and in Toronto. And so, yeah, I'm with you. I think we're going to get there's a lot of announcements to come. There's a ton of bullish news. Listen, there's more bullish news than bearish news. That is for sure. This last dip was due to, a lot of people say it was due to Biden talking about the fact that he's increasing capital gains tax in the United States.
I don't buy that. I don't buy that for a second.
Wow. And
that was not the reason that this dip happened. Who knows why the dip happened, but come on, it's going to take a year for that to pass. If it even ever passes, people aren't going to panic sell on just some rumor about a tax change that might happen a year down the road. I thought that was kind of a fake narrative that people picked up on, in my opinion.
Well, I actually thought it was funny too, because if you actually read what he's trying to do, it's increase capital gains tax on those that make over $1 million a year annually. And so 95% of the population should not be concerned about that whatsoever.
Speaking of Bitcoin, though, Marvin, maybe share my screen with people here, because I want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors here, Phemex, because I've been trying out. So this is our Phemex account here. We've been trying this out. So Phemex is a crypto exchange. They just launched. You can now earn interest on your Bitcoin here in Phemex. As you can see, this is our account. We've got we put some Bitcoin in there this morning, actually. So we haven't actually earned anything on it, but right now the flexible rate APY on Bitcoin is 7%, which is pretty good compared to some of the competitors. As people of the channel, if you watch this channel, you know I love Celsius. That's one of my faves. But I'm also on BlockFi. And BlockFi, these are actually their rates that they changed last month. So I was kind of pissed off. So it used to be that if you had 2 Bitcoin, you'd get 6% on 2 Bitcoin. Then they lowered it recently. You could only get 6% on 1 Bitcoin. Anything above that is 2%, or from 1 to 20 Bitcoin is 2%. Now I got an email saying they're going even lower. So now it's, I think, 0.5 of a Bitcoin you can get 6% on. Anything above is going to be 2%. So anyway, I'm trying Phemex out now because we're going to get 7% here This is going to fluctuate, but at 7%, that's pretty amazing. And they also have some really good sign-up bonuses for some free cash. So if you want to sign up to Phemex, try out their Bitcoin yield savings account like we are. We got a link in the description of this video.
That's awesome. Thank you, Milty. Thank you very much. I love to see us earning that tasty, tasty APY. Now, guys,
I hate having Bitcoin.
I
hate having Bitcoin not making money for me.
Yeah, 100%. And yes, we use, as you know, I use other things as well, like Celsius and so forth. As you guys know, we use a few different things, but that's awesome. I'm glad to see we're using Phemex. If you haven't already, guys, please do us a huge favor and smash that like button, because that is what's going to help this channel grow. And please subscribe to the channel. If you don't already, subscribe to the channel and click on that little bell. I know we've surprised you a couple of times now with our live show, but this is going to be something that's much more routine. So you want to click on that bell to make sure that you get those live updates, as important as they are. And you may have also noticed in our live chat, we have successfully incorporated super chats. So if you have a burning desire and you want information from us, feel free to super chat us and help support the channel. Not to say we won't look at all the chats, but super chat us if you 100% want our attention during this episode. Now, Milty, tell us more. Can I bring up I'm dying to know the altcoins or coins that you picked up during the last dip. I want to know. And I think a lot of us want to know what the hell you're sneaking around on me over there with.
All right. It's time to share. Well, I did say I bought some Bitcoin. That was, a long time coming. I needed to start buying some more Bitcoin. I love this dip. I got some at 48,000, which I really liked. But I'm big on DEXs right now. Okay, I got my uni stash. I got my bag of uni, which I love. Okay, I love uni. People on this channel know that I am also a huge PokeSwap fan. I'm super excited for PokeSwap to launch. That happened today.
I heard it wasn't great. I heard it wasn't great there, Milty.
It has been a bust. Well, let me see here. This is the page here. So maybe we could see live if it is ever going to work. But it did go down. Woo. It's been down for a while. I haven't been able to use it. I saw it this morning. But PokeSwap's been down. I'm still a huge fan of PokeSwap long term. I think in the Polkadot ecosystem, it's going to be the DEX, the most popular DEX. I know you think otherwise.
Well, no, I don't. It's not that I think otherwise. You know, listen. I was a big supporter of Sora. I think PokeSwap. I was hoping it would come out sooner. I'm not surprised that they had issues today. Most of them do have issues when they launch, so that's nothing a big surprise for me. I am interested in PDEX. As you know, a lot of projects. We reached out to the PDEX team a few times over the last few months prior to their IDO, and it's an interesting product. I think there's a lot of potential there, and if they're able to pull it off, it's going to be more than just PokeSwap, which to me is Uniswap on Polkadot. And so the use cases have to prove themselves. There's a lot of support for PDEX in our Telegram group. If you guys don't follow us on Telegram, you need to start. It's 24/7 in our Telegram group, Cryptowise Official. I suggest you join us in there now. And our new sheriff of the group, Milty, as you know, we've rewarded him with some special powers in that group. Eric, he's very bullish on PDEX, and he brought it back to my attention. And I've got to say, they've got a lot of stuff happening, and if they're able to pull it off, PSwap's got some competition.
Yeah, I mean, it's hilarious in our Telegram channel because there is that war. I know I got someone on my team too, on the Sora team in there. I forget his name, but there's a lot of debate back and forth. PDEX versus PokeSwap and Sora, but we did see an uptick today in the XOR token. Now, PokeSwap's going to have the 3 tokens. They're going to have the PSwap token, but the XOR token is going to be the kind of main token that all the liquidity pools. And I can just let you cryptowisers know, if you're in a Sora, don't worry about it. Once it's up and running, I'm going to be putting some liquidity in there. 100%. So I'm going to be definitely making a video on how to use PokeSwap in the coming weeks, because I am super pumped. And yeah, I forgive them for having a terrible launch today. Wow, what a letdown. I've been looking forward for months for this, as you know, Marv. I love
I know you
PokeSwap.
have. I know. I'm sorry about that. I
But
really
so let
am.
me talk about another DEX that I joined this weekend on the dip, and that is Sift Chain. I talked about this also on the channel before. I did a video. I did a video on two DEXs at the time. One was Behodler, and the other one was Sift Chain. Sift Chain is a bit of a sister slash cousin project, I guess, to Thorchain. Seems like a lot of the devs and team, there's some overlap there. People on the channel know I'm big into Thorchain as well. They launched their mainnet recently. I haven't played around with the mainnet here on ThorSwap. I'm waiting for them to incorporate some different wallets, because this is the main net here for ThorSwap. And as you can see, if I click here to connect my wallet, right now you have to use a Thorchain wallet, and they just started using XDeFi wallet. I would love for them to incorporate TrustSwap. So I'm going to wait a little bit longer because I think they're going to incorporate TrustSwap there. But Sift Chain is one that I went into this weekend because I've been watching it for a while. Let's look at the tokenomics here, or the token price. So the ERC20 version of it is the eRowan token. So this is the one I actually bought. This is the ERC20 version, and it's I've been watching it since its launch. So if we see the chart here, I don't know. I think there might be a slight delay in the screen, but here's the chart. So I've been watching since it launched, and it had this huge pump, and it pumped up to $1.33-ish, $1.35, and I didn't want to chase it. Then this weekend I saw it was down in the 40s, so I bought a bunch and got myself a nice little bag. It's still sitting at 46 cents. What they did is they did a big airdrop to people who had Rune, a few other people kind of early. They had promised airdrops to certain people. I did not get any, but I think that's what's driven the price down here, because a lot more were in circulation. People obviously sold that airdrop. So I was happy to get in here. And on Sift Chain, so I'm actually playing around with Sift Chain. I got my ERC20 version tokens, and then I used their pegging here. This is how you just peg it. And so I just switched it over to the Sift Chain native, which is a Cosmos chain. And then I added liquidity here. And I had to use a new wallet. I never used this wallet before. It's called the Kepler wallet. I wonder if any Cryptowisers out there are using this too. I want to know. Let us know in the chat. Are you using Sift Chain? Anyone out there using Sift Chain? I had to use this wallet here, so it was interesting. You know me, I'm a tinkerer, Marvin. I love using these platforms. I love adding liquidity. You always make fun of me because I love my liquidity rewards. But now I'm on Sift Chain, so I'm loving this buy right now. I think long term. I mean, I've done a 15x on Thorchain so far. You know, I got in at $1. And the reason I got in, exact same reason I got into Sift Chain, I wanted to try out BepSwap. I made a few videos early when we launched the channel, and I ended up getting Thorchain for $1 just to try it out. And then it ended up going up to $15. So I'm pretty happy about that. And I'm going to be joining the mainnet here too, trying it out when they add Trust Wallet. But right now I'm in Sift Chain. So that was my big purchase on the weekend, Marv.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one. I listen, I know you liked it. I love that you go in and you dive into them and you test them out so that I can hear your feedback and make a decision after the fact, and that you share that with our entire community in general in your videos, because it saves me the time of saying yay or nay. So thank you for that, Milty. Thank you very much.
No, I love using the platforms. I'm not, I love the investment side of things. Don't get me wrong. Everyone loves making money in this space, but for me, I love playing around. I need to get to know a platform before I can really kind of dig into it. So that's why I'm excited about PokeSwap too, and I'm upset that it's down. But Sift Chain, one of the reasons I looked at Sift Chain originally, I was like, the branding on this is so horrible. It reminded me of Thorchain.
It's terrible.
Because the branding on Thorchain too was horrible, which is why I actually didn't use Thorchain for months. I thought it was a bit of a scam. I hated the name. I hated the branding. Finally started using it, and it was amazing. And the prices reflected that. It's a great project. Because some of the dev and team are overlapped here, I had to go in, because I was like, I can't let this terrible branding stop me from being in on this one. So that's one DEX that I've joined. You guys, I already know that I'm in Bahodler as well, but also another one to keep your eye out. It's not out yet, but that's Smart Swap. That's coming out.
Yes,
And I know that
yes.
you're also excited about Smart Swap, Marv.
I am very excited about Smart Swap. I'm a little disappointed. I can pull them up on my screen here. I'm a little disappointed in the fact that they delayed their IDO. They're doing a public pre-sale, and it was set for last week, I think. Yeah, last week or Monday. But it's been delayed, and they haven't rescheduled the date yet. I think they're having what I understand is they're having some trouble with the dumper shield, Milton, because as you know, they're developing something called the dumper shield, I believe it's called, and that's going to prevent wide-scale dumping from private sale, pre-sale, seed sale investors on this project, which I actually think is very smart. So we're waiting to hear back from the team on when the public pre-sale is going to be available. I think it's in the coming days or week that it's going to become available. So that's a project that we're going to keep an eye on. Now, I also was making some moves in the dip. I did do some blue chippers. I went back into, not back in, I bought more DOT, 100% bought more DOT, quite a bit of it. Also bought some more Kusama. I know you did too, Milty, and I think you're quite happy about that.
Oh, yeah.
And but I dove into some more bags of my alts. Economy is a project that I talked about, decentralized money maker protocol on Polkadot, that I think is still extremely undervalued. It's got a $25 million cap currently. And so I picked up some more and averaged down on that because I was down from my original trade, which I think was $3. And it dropped down, I think 250-ish. Yeah, 250. And so I bought some more economy. You know what? I really like this project. I think it has high potential. If they're going to be able to grab a parachain when mainnet goes live, I think there's a huge future for this project. As I told you guys also, I did pick up some PDEX, and I averaged down on that as well. When I buy, for one thing it's important to know is, I don't know about you, Milton, but I don't buy all in at the same time anymore. And so when I buy in, I buy generally in a little bit of a cycle. When I bought into Pokédex, I bought a chunk. I bought 25% of my budget for it. I waited, it went down. I bought another 25%. I waited, it went down. I bought another 25%, and then it actually went back up, and I bought some more, and it's down from there.
Yeah, that's definitely the ideal way to do it. Obviously, the ETH gas prices were kind of stopping being able to do these little kind of smaller purchases, but now that they're kind of going down, that's possible again, which is great. I mean, not all of our cryptowisers are probably high rollers like you, Marvin. I mean, we know you buy big
Listen,
bags.
I buy decent sized bags. Yeah, my small bag is probably most people's very large bag. But I've been in crypto for a long time now, and so my bags have grown. But I am also willing to take big risks, and that's just who I am. Another project that I got, I picked some up, and we haven't talked about this on the channel. I haven't talked about this at all, but it's Happy, and I know you don't like their branding. It's kind of freaking weird. But this is an interesting project, on-chain cybersecurity protocol with trustless oracles preventing hacker attacks. I think these guys are up to some interesting stuff. I also think that it's extremely undervalued right now. And so I picked some of this up. I'm going to continue to watch it for a little while and see what happens. Its all-time low is 66, and its all-time high is 200. It's only been out since March. And so I think it's got some considerable legs behind it. Milton, we've got a lot of people in our chat right now. So
I saw that we got our very first super chat there. We got to reply to that in a second, but I did notice Paul here, one of the last comments. Yeah, he says Kusama, and I forgot to mention
what?
I forgot to mention on this dip, I finally bought some Kusama, and I was so excited.
Well, that's
about
what I was just
because
saying.
You know me, I was big into DOT, and I had decided I'm just going to go all in on DOT. I don't want to split between Kusama and DOT. And then this past dip, I was like, you know what? I can't do it. I can't not be part of these Kusama parachains. I saw Kusama go down to 300 and I scooped some up.
I think that was probably the
and now it's already
easiest.
bounced up to 385. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Dot, Kusama, and a few other blue chippers were the easiest picks on the dips for sure. I mean, Kusama at 300 in my mind is a no-brainer. It was up 25% 48 hours later. It's a beautiful trade. I think it has a huge amount of room left in it. So yeah, KSM, absolutely.
I mean, the thing,
Paul.
I know they're not the sexy names because they're the bigger market caps, but on dips like we saw this weekend, it's kind of your only opportunity to get in on some of these bigger ones. That's why, I bought Bitcoin for the first time in a year. I bought Kusama, I bought more DOT, and then I also bought, something like eRowan and a couple other smaller ones. But I always, on a big market correction like that, I always fill my bags of the blue chippers first because you're getting a steal, on those ones.
100%. We've got a super chat. As you said, our first ever super chat. Thank you very much, everybody.
We should give this person applause. Yeah, there we go.
There we go. JK Videos, thank you very much for our first ever $2 in our super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel. Viot, what is going on with Viot? He asks. Let's take a look. And of course, I'm not spelling it correctly. I'm pretty tired. I've been up late the last few weeks. It is at $1. What, Milty? What?
Well, I'm just saying. Of course, you're tired. We're all tired, Marvin. We haven't slept since when? Last summer, before the DeFi craze happened. You can't sleep in crypto.
This is what I hear in my mind all the time. I'm listening to this in the back of my brain. I know. Listen, Viot's got a market cap of 8 million right now. You guys know I did a video on this. I'm still a big believer in this. Partnered with some serious business, my friends. Take a look at them. It's a small cap. Yeah, they've got a big supply, so not a lot of the supply is out yet. Fully diluted valuation is at 621. It's obviously it's down. It's had a couple significant pumps. As we know, one of the challenges. So its biggest partner is IBM, right, with the Watson Group and stuff like that. And so it's a big project. Check it out. Check out the video that we did on it. But one of the biggest challenges is the tokenomics and the release schedule of the vesting of the private pre-sale guys. And so we know they're dumping on it when those releases come. But I have high hopes for it, and I think there's still a lot to happen with that. And anyways, I see a lot of guys also talking about Kylin, Milty. Kylin. Yeah. Do you want to talk about Kylin?
We got to talk Kylin. Yeah, sure. Let's talk Kylin.
I'm going to put you up on your screen here.
All right. Let's have a look at Kylin. Look, we can't really lie. Like, the price action on it short term here has not been the best. I mean, we're back down to 80 cents, which is when I was first, started buying, was at 80 cents. And now we're back down there, which I didn't expect this, to be honest. But for me, Kylin is a long-term hold. Okay, I started staking my Kylin in MontraDAO. So they just started that. Now you can do some pre-staking on MontraDAO, and that's another platform we like. And I started staking some. I'm not worried about Kylin at all. I hardly even look at the price action, except for wondering if I want to buy more, because it's not going to take off until Polkadot launches. So, whether it goes up a little bit here or there, I do think pre-Polkadot, there's going to be a huge run up on Kylin. And if you're not buying now, you're going to regret it, is in my opinion. But if you're buying Kylin as a quick flip because you think it's going to 2x in the next week, it's not that kind of coin for me, just because the mainnet is still a few weeks away. Polkadot hasn't launched yet. But once Polkadot launches, the whole crypto space is going to change. This Polkadot, I don't think we realize the effect and impact Polkadot's launch is going to have on all of crypto. And Kylin's going to be a big part of that. So I have a huge bag of Kylin, and I'm not worried about it. Now that I get to stake it on MontraDAO, I get a little bit of yield for it. You know me, Marv, I love my yield.
You love that yield. Yeah.
Not worried. I'm not worried at all. I know you're also in Kylin. What do you think? Are you worried about Kylin?
No, I'm not worried at all. I don't watch it as much on the day-to-day. I've got my bag. I'm in it for the long term, 100%, like you. I'm not concerned. There's a lot of coins that concern me, and Kylin is not one of them. And so I'm quite happy with what I have in it, and it's there to stay for a while for me.
I'm just kind of shocked that the kind of crypto space hasn't figured out how amazing this project is yet. And I think there's some other projects that waited, some Polkadot ones that have waited. Like you look at Moonbeam hasn't launched yet. Akala hasn't launched yet. Kilt hasn't launched yet. And I think they're going to probably benefit from kind of going like really fast out of the gate because they'll be coming out probably much closer to when Polkadot comes out. Kylin, to me, is on par with those projects in terms of their place within the Polkadot ecosystem. But because they launched early, there's nothing really going on yet. Although I know behind the scenes, there's a ton going on, and they have a ton of partnerships already committed to using them as Oracle choice. But they're also much more than an Oracle project. People don't really seem to understand that either. So yeah, no worries on Kylin for me.
Yeah, no, me either. I want to jump over to this because this is headline news today as well, and I'm not sure who else followed it. Refinable, Melty, I think you were watching this a bit too. Refinable, I watched.
I mean, I was definitely watching the launch because the price was
the launch was crazy. I think it's all a bunch of BS if you ask me. I mean, it's frustrating because you watch this. I was potentially going to dabble on it, but it launched on PancakeSwap this morning. Of course. Our friend Mr. Beast is over there, and they're saying they've got Binance as a partner, which is interesting because they had Binance had a partnership announcement, so to speak, about this, and they took it down this morning when they announced Binance is doing their own NFT marketplace, which you can create and share and trade NFTs and stuff like that. But I watched this come out the gate. Now, the private sale and the IDO were around 3 cents. And it sounds like, I watched it go all the way up over $10, I think, close to $9. I think I saw it at 10 for a second. And it was trading at $9 or $10, over a 300x within minutes. I think there's rumors of some sketchiness that took place where it actually came out at $5 on Pancake. I can't verify those to be true or not, but I know there's a lot of talk happening about Refinable. I did not buy any. I don't think you did either, Milt. And so
nope, did not.
This just goes to show that these launches through an IDO and after can get quite sketchy, and there's so much hype, so much FOMO. So I feel bad for the guys that were picking it up at $10, even at 276. Even at 276, it puts it over $1 billion fully diluted project, and guys have done over 50 plus X on it, and so yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of action. It's going to take a while to figure out where this one lands, in my opinion.
That's the thing about these launches. I mean, Sif Chain's the perfect example. Rowan, I've been watching it since its launch, super hyped when it was coming out, and I just didn't FOMO in after it. I knew it was a project I wanted to invest in. Went up to 130s something or whatever. I wait, that was months ago now, a couple of months ago, I think now. Then it drops to 40 cents. There's always a time that you can get in on these things. Don't worry about it. There's don't FOMO in. Don't chase these huge pumps. You're going to be able to find an entry point on these coins that's going to be much better.
100%. I'm wondering, Milton, why we have close to 90 people watching right now and only 35 likes. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not very nice. Because the thing is, maybe they don't understand. Because if they smash that like button for us, it tells us, oh, we like the live show. Because the live show is different for us. If you're new to Cryptowise, we don't normally do live shows. We do a lot of in-depth deep dives into different projects. We do the altcoin reports. We got the Marvin rants because Marvin has some classic rants. But we're trying out the live shows. We want to know, do you like them or do you not like them? Because now we know what kind of content to give you guys. But if you do like them, please smash that like button right
I
now.
see some people smashing it. I see some people smashing it now.
Good,
so that's good. Yeah, please do let us know if you like us. I mean, well, you don't have to like us. If you like me, because you have to like me. Don't really care what you think about Milton. But if you like me and you want us to stay live, smash that like button. It means a lot. We did just get one thumbs down there. We got one thumbs down there.
Who gave us the thumbs down? Out yourself.
Out yourself in the chat.
In the
we want to talk in the chat privately, 101 right now. If you just outed us with the thumbs down.
I do got to say hello, though. I need to say hello to our friend Rajan Kumar.
Yes.
You know, they love saying hello to Milty.
Yeah,
and
what
I
is
appreciate
that
it.
about, by the way?
They do never spell my name
love
right,
child?
But,
hello, Milty. What about me? I'm right here, too. What about me?
Some people just want to say hi to Milty. They don't want to have to say hi to Marvin all the time.
You know what? They're sick of you shilling your coins, and they just want to say, hey, Milty, talk about that. No, they know that I cut through all that crap, and that's probably why he's not saying hi to me. Oh, I just got 2 more thumbs downs.
No, that's a lot of thumbs downs. I don't know. This live, maybe the live is, maybe we got to rethink the live.
I don't know what the hell that's about. What the hell is that about? What else we got on the dock here today, Milty? Listen,
well,
guys,
really, that's
hold on, guys. If you have something you want to talk about, put it in the chat. I'm not seeing any projects. I'm seeing a lot of Milty this, Milton that. No projects.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear from people watching what they bought this dip, because I told everyone, I told you guys, you know, I bought Bitcoin, I bought Kusama for the first time, guys. I got to say. It changes you after you buy Kusama. So if you haven't bought Kusama, I'd buy a little bit just to have in your portfolio, because I thought I didn't need it. I have huge dot bags. My favorite bags are my dot bags. But now that I have a little bit of Kusama, it makes me feel whole. I feel complete now.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Polka City.
Here we
Ryan
go.
is saying Polka City. What is Polka City?
I don't know. Let's look that up maybe.
Spider DAO. That's one for you, Milton. Spider
DAO.
Oh,
yeah. I like Spider DAO. I made a video about that a while back.
I'm putting your screen back up, by the way, Milty, so you can check some of these out.
Oh, okay. What was the one? Polka City?
Polka City. Polka City. Ryan O'Neill says Polka City? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
That's what I'm going in my head right now is question mark, question mark, question
Power
mark.
Media. Greetings from Greece. Thank you very much, Power Media.
I got to say, although I contradict myself here because I love PolkaSwap, but PolkaSwap was like the first announced Polkadot DEX, and it was like, you know, a long time ago. They're the OG. We know that Sora has been part of Polkadot from the very beginning, like even before it was a thing. I don't love all these other projects with the Polka in them. That kind of scares me off a little bit, but that's just kind of a shallow take. But let's look at Polka City here, Marv. It's at 73 cents, market cap of 17 million. What does it do, though?
I have no idea. I've never even heard of it.
PolkaCity.io, earn profits by owning virtual taxis. What the? Virtual taxi gas stations and services? Oh, I don't know about this. This looks a bit weird to me.
Pull up their site. I was seeing. What? This is their site. No.
Oh, there's a. There's a delay. There it is. Earn profits by owning virtual taxis, gas stations, and services. I got to say, this looks a bit weird. I mean, I'll look into it. I'm open-minded. I'm not like these people who, because I've made a lot of money on coins that other people kind of scoffed at. So I don't like to scoff at things, but I have to say my initial reaction to this site is this is a bit weird. I don't know that I want to own a virtual taxi.
All right, well, get off of that crap. Listen, we've got our biggest super chat ever. Super chat ever. Yes,
there we go. Give him some love.
Yeah,
Give him some love.
I'm trying. Listen, future forward, $20. That's a lot of love, Milton. I think it's for you. I'll read the question. Thanks for the clean and quality content. Wondering, are you looking for a bit of insanity when KSM parachains launch? The DOT ecosystem is still under the radar in the US. Also, Sushi and Akala will be comp for PSwap.
Will be compared. Oh, I see. Yeah. So, I mean, I agree 100%. One, DOT is totally under the radar. I've said it. I said it before in this video. People do not understand the impact it's going to have. DOT is going to be huge. And Akala, I think, look, I think I love a lot of projects in DOT. Akala's could be the number one project. It's definitely one of the top projects on Polkadot. It's going to be. So I will be lending some of my DOT out to Akala to get some Akala. I know that that's the one parachain I know I'm going to be lending to. So yes, I do think in some levels they're competition for PSwap, PokaSwap, but I think there's going to be room for both of them. I love what Sora is building as a whole kind of ecosystem. But I think Akala is going to be probably the top DeFi hub of Polkadot, and I couldn't agree more with the comment by Future Forward here that DOT is under the radar. Still at what's DOT even sitting at today? Because it went below $30 this weekend for the dip.
It went down to 27. It's at 33.92. It was over $34.
Yeah, I bought more at 30. I mean, this to me is still a steal, and I get it. It's not out yet. But when it comes out, it's going to be too late.
Yeah.
People don't understand that. If you wait for Polkadot to come out, forget about buying Polkadot because it's going to be too late at that point.
Thank you very much, Future Forward. We really appreciate it, man. It means a lot to us and supporting the channel, just like those likes do. So thank you, Future Forward, for the $20 raise right to the support of this channel. Hope to see you in our Telegram group. If you're there already, please shout out some love. WebHacker7. I'm getting the feeling, Milton, that WebHacker7 is somebody we know from Telegram, and yeah. So I
think he's giving himself up here.
I think he is. Based on the projects that I'm seeing. Now, he's naming some good ones. Absolutely. EWT, Melt, that's one that gets your blood going, is it not?
Oh, yeah. Energy Web is that is still the one blue chipper I don't own. And it's one of my favorite coins. I never buy it.
How have you not bought it yet?
Oh, I know. I almost bought it this weekend, but I decided because I wanted to tinker with SIF chain. I decided on eRowan instead. But I'm going to buy Energy Web at some point. I hope to God it doesn't just go
You've
crazy.
You've been talking about that for ages.
I know. Energy Web, I think, would be one of my top 10. It's definitely definitely my number one. It's my number one coin I don't own.
Top 10.
Especially now that I own Kusama, it's my number one coin I don't own.
Wow. Well, yes, I also love it. I do think, listen, it's one of the highest DOT projects on the market today. It's got a market cap of $500 million, fully diluted at $1.5 billion. But I think it's an absolutely massive project with a ton of upside still to come. Especially, I mean, look, DOT is just getting going. And this is they've got huge partnerships. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. Energy Web, EWT. Now, another one that has come up by the same gentleman there, WebHacker7. I think I know who you are, WebHack, is Auto Farm. Now, obviously, listen, you originally talked about Auto. You got me onto Auto, Milty. And then I
sure did.
Yeah, and then I jumped in pretty heavy because I love my sweet BNB Auto LP. I love those gains. They get me excited every morning when I wake up. But Auto has been pretty disappointing in terms of its price in itself. It's pumped a bit here, back up to 2,500. I think, look, the migrations that took place last week with PancakeSwap and so forth and so on, and Venus took away a lot of the TVL there. Don't think that they did the best. Well, I'm not sure if it was even up to them. I don't know, Milton. Was it up to them to not announce the Binance listing? I think it was probably up to Binance, how Binance did that.
Yeah, I don't know, but they definitely did not take full advantage of being listed on Binance. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, price-wise, they've been disappointing, but as a project, they've come through. I think I think they're lasting for a long time. I think they're the real deal. So I'll happily keep some liquidity in Auto. I got a lot of farming going on though right now on Binance Smart Chain.
Yeah,
It definitely, I'm a farming maniac on Binance right
yeah,
now.
you are. So I mean, I love it too. I love it. I've got a lot. You know, I've got a lot of auto, as you know, Milton. I've got a lot of auto. I've been hoarding my auto because I still think the day of auto back at 10, 15, 20K is not far away, in my opinion. I think what you have to admit that the auto team has done the complete opposite of everyone else, which is shill the hell out of it, market the hell out of it, and build way behind what you're actually, the story you're telling. They've done the opposite. They've been building, producing quality product, doing everything that they've promised to do without shilling it and marketing it. And so, you know, to me, that's a long-term strategy with serious legs. And I think we got a lot of room there left. Yeah, I'm disappointed too to where it's at right now, but I'm holding a massive bag of auto, and I'm going to continue to hold it. Just to be fair, just needs to expand their team to really shine. Yeah, yes.
Marv, we got to talk about these likes again for a second because we got 5 thumbs down. We only have 65 likes. That is a terrible.
We've got 97 people.
Ratio.
We hit 100 people at one point, and we got people leaving the chat. Listen, I think every one of those thumbs down is probably pointed towards you, Milton. I'm not 100% sure about that, but
yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. I'll take the thumbs. I'll take it. I'll take all 5 of them. So we got an interesting question here. What are the top 5 yield farms on BSC right now for us?
Yeah,
okay, I've done videos on these. I've done a few videos on farming on Binance Smart Chain. We'll do some more. The last one I did was a new one called Wheat that I've been checking out.
Well, you've got to say thank you to Benjamin there. It's Benjamin who did it.
Anyway, thank you. Benjamin. Thank you, Benjamin. Thank you. I like that question. I would say I can't say top 5. It's so hard to keep track with all of these ones now, but Auto, Cryptos is still up there for me, still using that. I mean, but I'm Swipe, you know, I got a lot in Swipe. It's not really yield farming, I guess, but they are, you know, there are certain pools you can get some farm rewards. And I've got that on Swipe and 1inch. But in terms of the kind of traditional yield aggregators, I got Auto, Cryptos going, and Wheat right now.
Yeah. And speaking of wheat, just a quick advertisement here for Wheat. Wheat is the only yield farm. Can you pull them up while I'm saying this here for me, Marv? Because
sure.
Or Milt, we got your screen. Wheat is the only yield farm on the BSC that is deflationary, with mechanisms in place such as automatic buybacks and burning that reduces the supply of wheat over time, with the lowest market cap and circulating supply. It is the only truly sustainable farm that exists currently. Check out wheat.growthdefi.com. Thank you, Wheat, for being one of our advertisers. Yeah. So, what were you saying? Yes. Melty, we were just talking
about the
yeah, that was a good question.
Yield aggregators on Binance, because there's so many of them now. There's so many new ones come up. You know that. Yeah, and maybe I'll do a new video and just talk about some more, because there are a lot that have popped up recently.
Yeah. Bought into Wheat thanks to you guys. Did you get an allocation in the Mina pre-sale? Question mark. I didn't. I tried. CoinList is frustrating. That whole queue system is really annoying, and I'm a busy guy. For the allocations that I thought we could get in Mina, it wasn't. I was excited about the project, but I didn't have time. I think when I joined, I was like 228,000 person, and there was only X amount left. So, yeah. We've got another.
Yeah, I did not get into the Mina either.
We've got another We got another super chat. Oh my gosh, we've got 2 super chats here. Milty. Thoughts on liquid staking protocols, derivatives, unlocking liquidity, seeing projects like Staffy offering interesting liquidity for ETH 2.0 and DOT seems to be value add for investors. That's a question, I guess.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm not actually in.
Thank you, Snarky. Snarky puppy.
Yeah, thank you, Snarky. I'm not actually in any of these. You know what? I'm going to look more into this and get back to you and make a video on this. But because this is an interesting topic. I know that, and I think you talked about this in one of your videos, Marv, but Lixer is a project that we're looking at
Yeah,
because
I did. I
that's
sure
coming
did.
out to when Uniswap version 3 comes out. There's going to be a lot of these projects, I think, and I like Lixer as being one of them that helps you pick the exact best liquidity to provide to get the most return. So basically automates being able to provide liquidity on Uniswap version 3, because now it's not on version 3, you don't just add liquidity. You add liquidity and choose your price range now. So now you're going to have all these projects that will do that, automate that for you. I don't know if this is the same kind of thing, but I'm going to be looking into Staffy here, and I'll get back to you on that, Snarky.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. We've got another one here from DeFi Tracker. He gave us 400 of something. I don't know what that is. Do you know what that is? I don't know what that is. I can't really
I'm not
see.
sure what that is.
I can't see from here. But anyways, thank you very much, DeFi Tracker. He needs one of these.
Oh, yeah.
Analysis on
love.
This is probably why we're getting all the thumbs down. Analysis on GraphLink and GLQ. Partner to Polygon, app graphlink.io. Awesome product. What are our views? What are your views there, Milty?
Yeah, that's another one.
They've reached out to us. Didn't the team reach out to us a few times on this? I think we.
I've definitely heard about it, but I haven't looked into it. Let me pull it up here.
Yeah, pull it up. I'll bring your screen up. Hold on. Pull it up. Pull it up.
Yeah. So here it is. Here it's 14 million market cap. You know, that's a nice little small cap there. And see the chart, the all-time chart. It seems to kind of have found its. This is kind of very similar to a lot of charts here that found it an all-time high recently, and then it's been kind of slowly coming down. So we'll see. We'll have to put this on our list of projects to have a look at, because I have not looked into this one before. I mean, I think Polygon has been doing amazing. What was formerly Matic, the last few days there, I know they've been taking off, but I haven't actually used Matic or Polygon as a layer 2 solution yet. Have you, Marv?
I haven't used it myself as a layer. Oh, well, that's not true. I have. Yeah, I used it. I have used it. And a lot of projects are integrating into Polygon or Matic, right, so to speak. I remember I was playing around with Chain Games the other day. They're also moving over to Matic and using Polygon as well within the game, or within Chain Games itself. There's a lot going on with that. I'm not too sure about GraphLink. I know that the team reached out to us a few times. I did start looking at it. Didn't get deep enough into it, though, to be honest with you, to give any sort of real opinion. And that brings me to something that we haven't said yet, Milty, is anything you hear on this channel is not investment advice. Milton and myself are not investment advisors, nor do we have the qualifications to give you any sort of investment advice. This is solely our opinion. Read the disclaimer. No, I don't need that.
Should I say it, Marv?
What? Yeah, say it.
Cryptowise is not financial advice. I repeat, Cryptowise is not financial advice. We're just a couple of wise guys talking crypto.
That's right. Not financial advice, but Melt. I mean, not financial advice, but when you're shilling a coin, you want everyone to go buy it?
No, I don't care. I honestly do not care if Cryptowisers buy any tokens that I talk about. That's actually true, Marv. I got to say this, okay? Because I actually mean this.
Yeah.
I don't care if you buy any of the tokens that we talk about. I love crypto. I know that Marvin loves crypto. And if you're watching the channel, I assume you love crypto and you're into it. So it's just interesting to learn about as many projects as possible. You pick your faves, you do your own research, go into what you're going into. And I'm just sharing with you what I'm going into. But if I'm in a project, trust me, I'm not relying on Cryptowisers buying it to pump it for me. Because if I was, that would be the wrong project. If a group as small as our audience can pump a coin for me, and that's how I'm going to make my money, that's pretty pathetic. No.
I find it absolutely hilarious that is the narrative out there for a channel of our size.
It's so funny because you talk about any crypto on your channel and people are like, you're shelling your coin. I'm like, well, what am I supposed to talk about on the channel?
It's a crypto channel.
Am I not supposed to talk about crypto? Because I thought this was what we were talking about.
Melty, Mario wants to know, where's the buckle up? Can you give us a buckle up?
Buckle up, because this is going to be another exciting episode of Cryptowise. The buckle up doesn't work. The buckle up does not work without
you need the buckle up
cartoon.
Guy. You need the guy.
You need the buckle up. Yeah. But I
guy.
Appreciate Mario. He's clearly watches our videos, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, 100%. We are whales. We are the future, Snarky Puppy says. Guys, we're at 82 people watching right now. We've got 72 likes. Our dislikes have gone down by 1. That means we persuaded somebody back over.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's not bad.
We talked someone out of their thumbs down.
We talked them out of their thumbs down.
I do think we're going to start wrapping up. Are we going to start wrapping up, Marv? Should we get one or two last questions?
I was going to say, if they could get us up to 100 likes in the next minute or two, we'll stay on a little bit longer. But if we can't get there, we're going to have to wrap this up. Any more questions? We got questions coming in. In the meantime, Milton, what's your next move for the week? Does it depend on what the market shakes up to be over the next couple of days? And do you think the next few days are going to continue to be bullish? What's your take?
Yeah, I think this week's going to be pretty bullish. That's my take on it. I was happy to buy the dips that we had last weekend, so I'm kind of chilling this week. I haven't really been buying anything. I'm just researching new projects, seeing what's coming out next. As you know, trying out all these different DEX projects, adding liquidity to them. Hopefully PokeSwap's going to be online, because I'm going to be playing around with that this week, adding liquidity. So ultimately, that will probably be the project I buy, because I'll probably end up buying some more XOR to add more liquidity to it if it does come online. What about you, Marv? What do you got your eye on this week?
I got my eyes on a lot of things. The question is, what am I actually going to do? I'm not 100% sure yet. Obviously, I'm doing a lot of research into upcoming projects and pre-sales for us here at the channel. And things like that. I'm looking right now at ArtX, Milt. It's pumped quite a bit. It's back up almost 27% at $2.
Yeah, that was that small cap that came out on Samurai Launchpad.
That's right.
I did a video on smaller Launchpad. Samurai is a neat boutique smaller Launchpad people should check out. It's part of CyberFi. It's their Launchpad, and they put ArtX out. I am liking this kind of automated trading. I think that's going to be a huge wave as DeFi figures out what it is. I think it's going to be less people trading for themselves and more these kind of automated trading platforms. So I like that. I like Artex.
Yeah, me too. And I'm glad we've got someone. We're holding on to it because it's been doing pretty well. Listen, if you don't already, please do us a huge favor. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click on that little bell, because that little bell means the absolute world to us, guys. And we're so grateful for all of your support. For those that gave us super chats on our first ever super chat show, thank you very, very much. Really can't say enough about that. For those of you that disliked this video, I'm very sorry. I don't know what Milton did.
Oh, we're down to 3, Marvin.
I know.
There's only 3 of them.
I know. But we still got 3, which is a little bit upsetting. But listen, we're almost at
Give us some feedback too, because we did the first live, which was more of a test episode. This is test episode number 2, I guess. The first one, we did have sound issues.
Yeah, we did.
This episode, I guess you could say we have face issues, but hopefully one day we'll be able to combine the two and sound and look beautiful at the same time. But give us some feedback, because we will take that into consideration and improve our live shows. It's a new thing for us. So let us know what you think we could do better or differently.
I would like to see in the comments, Milt, I'd like to see yay or nay to more frequent lives. If you want to see us live every day, tell us how important that is to you, and if you like us enough to do that. That's the kind of feedback we're looking for. Is the live helpful for you? Do you enjoy it? And if so, let us know. Let us know in the comments below. Smash that like button. As always, Melty, thank you so much. Always appreciate your time. And to
Great
all
to
of
speak with you, Marv.
Yeah. And to all of you out there, just a couple wise guys talking crypto. My name is Marvin, And my friend
And my
Milton.
name is Milton.
Yeah, that's right. And we are over
And out.